It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dallas Goedert. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock here and here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds contempt.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
A give now from the gun. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game... on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. execution every time.
On first down, Hurts. His first throw is an interception. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun is Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will get them on the board. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now we're on the counter. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. They'll send him over right. From the 37. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Cooper to Jean with the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Dak now from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. New set of downs for him from the 46. Dak out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on second. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Third down, 1 yard to go. Another carry for him. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And this will be his second effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll find a little room to get this up to the 10. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Goddard makes the catch. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles with a long ways to go for a score. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Back to the well again. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. From the pistol, Hurts. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. 1st down, here's Dak. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up. Takes off right out of the read option. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
He's back to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Big gain downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Short pass brought in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. All set up now for 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's on the move. A throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles now lead by 10. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Called in by Lamb, right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the set. It's taken in by Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. To throw, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. This is the end. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Dumped off to his running back. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Secures this at the 17. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd and 3. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 1st and 10, Prescott. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Dak now from the gun. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun is Prescott. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds it beyond the marker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Not helping themselves with that penalty, and now lining up to try this 4th down. Blitz coming, Dak. He beams one deep right side. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st down, they'll run. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Running it after the penalty. And he's taken down after gaining a couple. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. That's Lamb running the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here's 2nd and 2. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll come up 1st and 10. This set it down starts with an option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and that sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. You've got to keep moving quick here. 1st down, here's Dak. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now Dak to throw. Has it at the 7.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. And that one is through, so take a final point shot for what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close.